a brand new arc is starting in Taizai, and I can see where this one is going with an invasion. So this chapter really just focused on the Holy Knights. You see, like at the start, like Hendrik was he brought over even more of the new generations of Holy Knights, and you even see that Gilthunder as well was actually responsible for telling the other princess, Margaret, that her sister Veronica is dead. It's like wondering why is she like locked up in like a little prison thing, like. Do they really not want her going out? Is there something like strange about her? Like she's there, like freaking, I will put all these curses on you, Gilthunder, and she's like, and he's like there holding his hands out. I'll take all the curses you want, princess. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like that was just so weird for Gilthunder just to go out there and do that. And pretty much he was pretty much just saying, oh, it was the sins that did this. It was the ones, and it was like, oh, I don't forgive you, Gilthunder. It was like. Yeah, I think she sort of catched on. It's actually just them. Like it wasn't like the Sin's fault. That's what I'm guessing from that. And when Gila and Jericho are training, Jericho has actually suspected Hellbrum for a while. Ever since they've turned into monsters pretty much through the new generation powers. And you see in that she actually saw the Sins fighting with the giant arm and said, that wasn't Dawn's Rawn that did that job there. That was us. And then she finds out like, oh, this was actually belonging to this was a holy knight. This was one of the originals, and gave her the rest. So I think Gila now knows that's her father. I'm glad because I thought for like the longest she would have been like, no, how could you tell me now that was my father like that? But now that Gira actually knows, it makes me wonder what she's gonna do. Is she actually gonna help the Sins, or is she just gonna like for a long time just pretend that it never happened? I don't know what's gonna happen at the moment, but when we're with Hellblum, he's there trying to open the gates of chaos with the freaking Meliodas' sword, and you just see these demons like coming out, like freaking ripping through like the dimension and saying, "Oh, I guess we're just gonna have to make do with some pieces." Like, so they're trying to get like demon pieces out of the body so they can just make more powerful new generations, because that's all they want. They just want the demons of the blood. That's all they want. But it seems like it isn't completed yet. That they need another piece of chaos apparently from what the chapter was saying. And then it goes back to like Meliodas and everyone, and they're just there like traveling, and they're saying, what are we gonna find? Are we gonna find, the other Sins? Are we gonna find Escanor or Merlin? And he's like, no, we're gonna infiltrate Leonze and get my fucking sword back. And everyone's like, no. The chapter pretty much just ends with them going, no, like, we're not going on to that. That's too dangerous. And then it just ends up Meliodas getting upset and hiding in freaking Elizabeth's panties. I was like, what? So I guess either way, they're gonna head up to Leonze, and it's like gonna be Meliodas on its own, and then maybe the other Sins might go and help him. That'd be pretty cool to see that happening right now. I want to see some new action because it feels like, oh, we should stop maybe hunting for like continuous Sins and maybe do some, do some changes to the world. Like this invasion arc sounds like really interesting stuff if they're gonna do that. But it seems like maybe we're just gonna have a chapter or two, maybe building it up a little bit more before we actually get into the new arc. But let me know what you think in the comment section below, because I'm really interested in what's going to happen now in Taizai. But that's all from me, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, Strata Panda, Zen